On the glorious splendor of your majesty and on your wonderful works I will meditate. Psalm 145:5.
Good morning, everybody,
Yeah, good morning.
and welcome back to another episode of the Good News from Your Nation.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Our daily dose, and we need it. We need it daily. Whether we can feel like we have enough time to squeeze it in, uh, we should make time because I I wish as a younger man that I would have been more um, aware of God. And it's not that my upbringing wasn't there, because I was. Me and my sister and family, we all was raised and went to worship and learned about God and His majesty and His wonderful works. We learned of this, and all I can say with just a short, I guess, is that life got me and took me away, and I went with it. We all make mistakes and through life and have regrets that we wish we could do over, but it don't work that way. And David, the one that wrote this, how many things that we've read about that David dealt with, that he did. And we also know that David is, what is it, the man's
After God's own heart.
God's own heart. I mean, they had a beautiful relationship. And that's what it's all about. It's relationship, personal relationship with you and him, because that's all that matters.
That's it.
But yeah, he sustains us in so many different ways. But like Paul or David said, your majesty and on your wonderful works. I mean, we can look around with our eyes and see God's wonderful works in this beautiful world that he created, and places that are in our great nation as well as all over the world that are just absolutely, like, there's no words. You're in awe because of the power and beauty of it. And that's from God. It says, have you ever experienced the amazing, sustaining power of God's awesome presence? Can you feel him? Do you know he's there? And it's, this world is never quiet. It never stops. I don't know if it ever did, but I remember being a young boy that certain things wasn't open at night, and it wasn't open on Sundays. But sometime along the way, the world clicked on the switch to 24/7. It's constant chatter going. There's never a quiet time. There's never a still moment. But we're told, we know from reading that we need to break off to that point where we can get into our own silent, quiet, meditating time with God. And we learn. He shows us things. We learn things. Have you waited before him in silence, meditating on his strength and greatness and wisdom and majesty? Have you learned how important it is to spend still, quiet moments before him to give you strength for today and hope for tomorrow? Because it is in those quiet, still moments, I believe, that we get our clarity of our mind and what direction, and if we're off course or whatever, we get our bearings right. Like you see it migrating. It's soon to be, this time of year when we have like the sandhill cranes migrate. And boy, when they're up there so high and they're all together with that V and they're traveling, and then something gets them off course, and you'll see them circle a little bit, And it don't take long, and they found their course again, and here they go, another however many hundreds of miles they travel, or 1,000. That's like us. We're traveling through this place we call Earth, home, because this is all we've known. This is what we've been born into. This is what God created us to be here for this time, for this season. But we do need to have those times where we get no outside distractions, no, and you're saying, how can I do that? How can I find a still, quiet moment? Well, especially if you're a parent and you got young children, that does make it difficult. It really does. But there is times when, the little ones are quiet and they're either napping or playing. And of course, a lot of times when toddlers are quiet, that's kind of not good.
Yeah, because they into something.
Yeah, they're into something. But
Yeah.
to find our quiet moment, it seems like everything is pulling us away, so we don't get those still, quiet moments. So it is very important, I think, for any individual, man or woman, or young person, to find that time to just soak in His majesty, His awesomeness, His power. Who are we talking to here? We're talking to the Creator. I mean, we can gain so much from being quiet and meditating. This is why David remained strong in every circumstance of life, no matter what happened, because of his abiding relationship with God. Throughout his life, David was able to cope with the extremely challenging and heartbreaking situations he faced because he experienced the power of being in the Father's presence daily. He wrote, "The Lord is near to all who call upon him. He will fulfill the desire of those who fear him. He will also hear their cry and will save them." Psalm 145, 18 through 19. And that is the truth. David wrote that to know that we fear him. We need to fear the one that can take your life and your soul, because he is the creator of that. And like I've mentioned before, 6 billion people or more on this earth, and all of us have a soul. All of us have been given the breath of life, whether we accept God or not for it. And when we all perish from this earth, all of our souls will go back to him. That's it, the way it is. He gives life, and he's in charge here. Okay? I didn't say it, he did. Right?
Yeah, he did.
But we find that God is full of love, and that he is here for us. And like yesterday, he is working all things out for good to those that love the Lord.
That's right.
Romans 8:28.
That's enough to get excited about.
That's right.
I mean,
So it says today, focus on Christ. Discover who he is and how much he loves you. He loves you so much that he laid down and died for me, for my sins, for your sins, for our ungodly ways and selfish actions and ways that we can do here on this earth. But he loves you so much, he laid down his life and took it all. He could have called 10,000 angels and got him out of there and said, they're not worth it. But he loved us so much that he said, yes, they are worth it. And I will give them this way of an escape. So,
you know what? I love that in the Bible, Jesus wept.
yeah. He understands us. He's compassionate. You know, he come to the sick. He come to those that was kicked out, didn't belong, wasn't never going to be able to belong. But guess what? It doesn't matter if you've been kicked out and you're not associated or belong to a association or club or whoever, groups of friends or whatever. It doesn't matter, because we have the greatest of all time is Christ. So we need to build that relationship, and you can start that today. He's right there. Open up the Word, pray, start working on that personal between you and Him. That's all that matters. Nobody else has no say-so in your salvation but God.
Yep. And we have to stand on our own.
Yes, that's exactly right. You're going to stand there, you and you alone.
That's right.
And that's how we are today. We stand alone with God, because He don't say, well, this, that, and the other about all these others. He's talking to you. You know, what can I do to make it better for others around me? Through uninterrupted times of sitting before Him, He will strengthen you. He will help you overcome. He will mature your faith, and He will use the trials you are experiencing for good.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly what you need to keep going. We got to keep going, guys. This is a battle. This is a fight. This is a race.
And the enemy is trying so hard to take down.
Yep, because he's still going. He knows his time's running out sooner than later now. He's had all these thousands and thousands of years to destroy, break up, get you off course, and all this over and over and over and over.
He makes stuff look so good sometimes.
Yeah, and he's just a liar.
Yeah. And then when you sit back, you're like, that didn't work out.
Right.
Maybe because I haven't done my part.
Right. Yeah, because it takes two.
It does.
Takes our part. It takes our part. But to find, and if it may be easier for some than it is others, but I think it is very important, though, for each one of us to have that quiet, still moment of talking to God, meditating, and just enjoying what God has given us, and to learn more of who He is and who He wants me to be, and that relationship with Christ, the one that gave it all, come from glory to this earth with everybody that is the way they are, and died for us so that we could have that relationship with Him, and so that we can have that home with Him in heaven eternally one day. And
the peace that He gives,
yep,
is phenomenal.
it is. The peace that He gives in the chaos, we can have that peace, and that comes from nothing else but from Christ. So
and remember,
yeah,
I tell myself, hey, there's power in the blood, and He is fully aware of my struggles.
Yep.
And He just wants me to come to Him more. And I need to be a better Christian than I am. I want to do better.
And that said there, that, to keep ourselves in check.
Yeah.
Because we know how easy it is to get caught up in something else. and our focus gets off. And today and any day of our life, we need our focus, because there's all types of things pulling at that focus to get you not focused. And it's very
Yeah.
easy. It's very easy. We're all susceptible to that. So we need each other, but first and foremost, we need God. We need that relationship with Jesus. So
The peace that
Yep.
pass all understanding.
that's right. That's exactly right. The one that has all the answers, right?
He never fails.
No.
You may not understand what's going on or something like that, but he, like we said, he's working out the good for
Yep.
those who love him.
That's right. So, guys, with that
Okay,
being
guys.
said, yep, y'all have a great rest of the weekend, Sunday, and we'll see y'all on the beautiful next one. So, peace out. Love you all. Okay? Yeah.
And I just want to say to everybody, to the whole world, to please never give up, because
That's right.
you're so worth and you're so special. And you guys, you have a beautiful
I know it.
purpose.
You got a purpose, y'all.
Hug yourselves so tight and know that.
Yeah.
So, that being said, you guys, we'll see you on the beautiful next one.
Yep.
Love you guys. Have a good day.
Yep. Have a good day. See ya.